Hello. So it's Wednesday morning at about 9 a.m. right now. My son's at playgroup with his dad, which is great, and I have almost a whole day to get some work done. Teaching yoga today at 12 o'clock, which is also fantastic. So I'll probably do my own practice at around 10:30 or so. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, I've got this, inbox that needs addressing and all these things to do, etc., 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 and I can just kind of feel like what to do, like what's the most important thing for me to do right now, and just asking myself that question, just stopping in the midst of taking my inbox and making calls and booking flights and organizing workshops and blah 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 blah, just letting go of all of that and saying okay. And I just stopped and I took a few breaths and just shifted myself out of that place of mind and doing it into that place of yoga that we spoke about before. And this is why we practice our yoga all the time on the mat, or meditation or postures or pranayama or mantra, however you're practicing, so that we start to get really good at being able to shift into it the moment we notice we're not in it. So it becomes an automatic, oh hang on, where am I? Right, come back to presence. And so as I came back to presence, I just asked myself that question: what's the most important thing for me to do right now? And I could feel that it wasn't answering emails, and it wasn't making phone calls, and it wasn't booking flights, and it was actually just connecting to myself and either writing or making a video. And as you can see, I've chosen to do a video. I think this way of living, of actually just being present to the moment and constantly checking in and asking what's needed right now, what's needed right now. And when you're caring for a family, or when you're at work, what's needed is often about what other people need, so you're attending to those needs. And there's a real difference in energy between doing what's needed in the moment and doing what you want in the moment. And I think for me, one of the biggest shifts in life has been starting to notice that energetic, hang on a second. And when you focus on what is needed right now, regardless of anything else, but what is needed that you can offer, then that is when you're stepping into serving life. When you're more focused on what you want right now, that's when you're trying to get stuff out of life all the time. And it is that shift from being in the flow to kind of pushing, striving, using the ego in life. So I really noticed this on Monday. I really wanted to get some work done because I go offline on the weekends. So I came back and I was really excited to get work done. And so I hung out with my son all Monday morning. We went to playgroup, we went for a bike ride, we went to a cafe, came home, had lunch, and I'm like, right, I'm getting on the computer because I want to get some work done. He had other ideas, and I think he needed me to play with him for a while, but I didn't want to. I wanted to do some work. I'm like, dude, just go and play for a little while by yourself. And as you know, like trying to tell a toddler to go and play by himself for a little bit, if he doesn't want to, he's not going to. So it's an interesting little thing to notice, isn't it? That when we're stuck in the wanting, it's almost like we're being a child. So anyway, I persisted though. I persisted with what I wanted to do, and I could feel my energy getting more and more contracted and more frustrated. And I knew that I was doing this. I could sense it. And yet the stubborn ego part was like, but I want to. And I could feel how this is almost like, a child, kicking their foot and glowering. And that's what it felt like. And of course, the work I did was crap, and I couldn't really get anything done. And Samuel was getting more frustrated. So eventually I was like, okay, I'm just going to accept what this moment needs, which was for me to just get down on the floor and play with him for a while. And then we went for a drive and we went to the beach, and suddenly life got easy again and the flow was there and it felt wonderful. And later on that night, I sat down, I did get a little bit of work done and it flowed. So what I've realized is that state of being that is yoga is there to serve us so that we can completely feel into what the moment needs, and to notice when we're doing what we want, which can sometimes align with what we need. It's not necessarily a bad thing to want something, but it's more like we all know what is needed in the moment. We can feel what is needed. We can feel what we're being called to do in the moment. You know, whether it's wash the dishes, mow the lawn, help the old lady across the road, or take ourselves for a massage, or, you know, feed ourselves nourishing food. We know what is needed. And when you let go of what you want and just start addressing what is needed in each and every moment, life does get a lot easier. There is a flow that happens. And so when we cultivate a state of being that is yoga, we're doing that so that we can start to feel what is needed and respond to that, so that our life becomes less suffering, more enjoyable. At least that's what's happening for me. Until I have days like Monday where I totally ignore what I know works well, and, you know, and I encounter the results and I have those feelings. I'm like, right, okay, just go with what's needed. So I wonder, what's the most important thing for you to be doing right now? What is the most important thing in this moment for you?